Good afternoon, everyone. So today I have Mr. Bhupinder Singh here with me. So Mr. Bhupinder Singh here is a practicing chartered accountant, and he has been practicing in steel industry, manufacturing industry in Ludhiana and Jalandhar area. And he has been practicing for almost more than 3 decades now. And he carries extensive experience in the field of tax reconciliation, tax audits, and he has been working with multiple companies. So today we would like to interact with him and understand about the provisions of TDS, which are going to be applicable to manufacturing industry, and how they are going to impact the industry, and is industry prepared for those new provisions, which are typically section 194Q, which is going to get introduced from 1st July 2021, and TCS section 206, which has already been introduced from 1st of October. So how industry is responding to it. So welcome, Mr. He, to our Industry Talk series.
Good morning, Abhijit.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Fine.
And thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to TaxReco. Today, we would like to understand from your experience on the impact of TDS and TCS on manufacturing industry. So my first question to you is, TDS was always applicable to service sector, and service sector on all their sales transactions, they were paying TDS. TDS was getting deducted by their customers, and they have been reconciling it. Now, with TCS, which was introduced from 1st of October 2020, and TDS, which is getting introduced, section 194Q, which is getting introduced from 1st July 2021. So TDS is applicable to the complete universe. So all the manufacturing companies, automotive, steel companies, everyone. So this is applicable now, right? So how do you see that? No, this is going to impact the manufacturing sector.
To start with, Abhijit, I would say this has been a provision that has been now introduced, has been done with the basic object of preponing the government's revenue. Prior to this, what we were paying is advance tax quarterly. 2 years back, the government changed the provisions to bring in the same for the advance tax to be paid by all assessees. Before that, it was paid only by the companies. Now it is to be paid by all. Carrying that forward, the government wanted to prepone the revenue. What was available to them quarterly will now come to them on a monthly basis. It was very easy for assessee to manage his advance tax on a quarterly basis. With the introduction of new provisions, now each and every transaction is going to attract a TCS. The quantum of amount involved on an India level would be too huge. On each transaction, there would be a TDS. It has to be compiled, deposited, returns have to be filed. It's such a tedious process. It has to be managed right from the beginning. If we don't do it in the beginning, these things are going to snowball, the recase is going to get pending, and then there will be issues. Since the provisions have recently been introduced, it would be in the interest of the industry as well as the professionals to ensure that from the very outside, the provisions are applied in toto and due reconciliations are made. The number of transactions per assessee is going to be huge. He has to manage it. The total transaction would be dependent, the advance tax would be now dependent on a third party, which we have to ensure that the amount is deposited by them on a timely basis. Only then it would be beneficial for the assessee to ensure that the due compliance have been made.
Okay. So, Mr. Heer, what I understand from you is that TDS and TCS, right? So tax is going to be applicable for a particular company on sales and purchase sites, right? And then it's going to be applicable in all the transactions which they are doing. So how important it is for a company to reconcile their taxes transaction by transaction? Or let me put it other way. So can a company avoid doing transaction by transaction reconciliation with TDS and TCS coming in place now?
To put it in simple terms, till now, the 90% of tax liability a person was to pay was payable on advance tax basis. It is payable on a quarterly basis, 4 quarters, different percentages you keep paying. It was easier to keep track of the total liability, and against that the amount of liability paid by way of advance tax. With the introduction of new provisions, when the TCS is going to be deducted on a daily basis, on each and every transaction, there is going to be a deduction. It would be very cumbersome to keep track of the amount of tax deposited and that amount of tax payable. Okay. Since the number of transactions are going to be huge, there has to be a system whereby you are able to record and reconcile with your buyers whatever they have deducted, whether that has been paid on time, whether that has been paid in a correct account, whether your PAN number was correctly reflected in his returns. Only then you will be able to get the credit. Keeping in view the amount involved, the number of transactions involved, it would be very important for each and every assessee to keep track of the TCS deducted as well as the TCS he has deducted, so that the proper compliances are made on time, correct, those are filed correctly. The credit that is available to him should be correct. The credit which he is going to pass on to his buyers are also correctly passed on. Only that it would be possible for the industry as a whole to make the good compliances.
Okay, so that means transaction by transaction reconciliation is something which is going to become a norm, right?
There's no other option but to do it.
All right. And how often this reconciliation would be required? That how often companies have to reconcile transaction by transaction with the government records?
As of date, in the TCS and TCS, the number of entries used to be very low. People are doing it on a yearly basis. But with the introduction of new provisions, it would not be feasible to get whole correction done on a yearly basis. You have to do it on a routine basis, on a quarterly basis. The return has to be filed quarterly. It would be very prudent after the returns are filed, the credits are going to be available on the government sites in the 7 to 10 days period. After that, you have to reconcile on a quarterly basis. Firstly, you reconcile the purchases and sales with your buyers, whatever are the corrections you have made. Then the credits that are available on the government portal, traces portal, that has to be matched with the returns. Whatever discrepancy is there, you have to ensure that before the next quarter ends, whatever other discrepancies are taken care of, so that the due credits are made available in time. It has to be done on a routine basis, on a regular basis, on a quarterly basis now. It would be good for the assessee itself. It would be in the interest of the auditors also to ensure that the due compliances are made.
Okay, so this is going to become a norm that rather than doing it annually, you have to do it quarterly, and it becomes more important that companies keep their data right and they keep their customers and vendors master data also right. So basically their TAN number, their PAN number, their GST number, all those things basically have to be right and properly managed.
Those have to be now error free.
Error free, absolutely. So that brings the most important question, right? So do you think that manufacturing industry is ready for such kind of change? Because till now, since transaction volume was very low, so people were able to manage all this process with, by doing it on Excel sheets, or they were doing it manually, right? So with this change coming in place, the data volume which is going to be managed, the master data which has to be managed. So do you think that manufacturing industry is ready for this change, and can they handle it manually?
Abdeji, I'll give you a similar example. 3 years back, the GST system was introduced. It is only very similar to the one with the TCS and TDS is there. Over a period of 3 years, there have been so much complication with the systems. We are not up to date. We were not aware of the things. Now that we are aware of the difficulties that we face at a later stage, it would be very prudent to start right now with the reconciliations to ensure that the data are okay and the compliances are in due course are made. Right now, we don't have any accounting tools to ensure that the proper reconciliation are done. If we try to do it manually with the sale of actual sheets and all that, it is going to be very cumbersome process. Since the number of entries are going to be huge, say if you divide the whole task of reconciling the things, I would simply say 50% of the labor is going to be involved for taking the entries, for matching each and every entry. Once that is done, 25% of the labor would be going into communicating the same to the buyers, letting them know whatever discrepancies are there, and then taking back their corrections into consideration. It would be in our interest to have some sort of a tool whereby the donkey load of the things that requires manual labor type things, no competence is required, but the time involved is too great. If that thing is taken care of by a reconciliation statement system, by way of some sort of a software, it would be very convenient to do it. Then only the compliance part, the correction part would be left. It would be very convenient to do it that way. If you think you can do it manually, I don't think it's very feasible, and it will take too much of time, and maybe the desired result may not be well.
Okay, so understood. Basically, now with this much data volume coming in, of course, non-productive activities will be increasing, and accountants typically would have to spend more time on non-productive activities, like data downloading, then matching transaction one by one, so which is typically non-productive. And
it would be very difficult to download the data from government sites, because normally the government site is very slow, takes lots of time. Even right now, since only the service industry is maybe evolved, the time taken to download Form AS26 is huge. Wherever the form is bit lengthy, you have to go to the tracer site, put in a demand there, put in a request there, then you can download it whenever it is available. Normally it takes a day. It will be very cumbersome. Just to download a data from a government site, you have to wait for an entire day, and then you can restart the reconciliation process. So it will be cumbersome.
Sure. So I think you made a very important point that the 3 years ago, like GST came in, so industry had to switch to technology. Now this change which is coming in, so this is going to cover the complete universe, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is services sector, it is automotive, or any other type of companies. So they have to embrace to technology. They have to automate this process so that they can keep pace with the government, and they can keep running the business and get their profits or book their profits on time as well.
They say experience makes a man perfect. Since we've had a bad experience with GST, having to manage with it, it would be in our interest to start managing the TCS and TDS thing right from the very beginning, so that we are not found napping.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Heer, for joining us and sharing your views with us. We would like to keep discussing with you about new changes which are going to come. Thank you so much for taking our time.
Thank you, Abdulji. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.